What's that? Who's there? Who's that? What's there? Harmonia? Is that you? No, More, it's me. You had me for a second. You sounded a bit like her. That was the point. Yeah, you've always been such a bully. And you've always been a Papa Sagori wuss. Not true. If it were possible, you'd hide under Papa's armor. You're getting more cowardly by the minute. Hey, where is Papa anyway? Plotting to avenge Kuknos with some new incursion, most likely. I'm both loathing the smell of blood and anticipating the spectacle of carnage. You're always ready to jump into it for our Kuknos. Yeah, the greedy son of a gun. I guess it's just Papa now for rioting or dying. Son of Bloodsport. He didn't even need those votive offerings. Just wanted to take them off their hands. Take them off Apollo's hands. Or take their hands off. He was a fine brother still, but we cannot see him now, gracefully swimming in the celestial pond. I fear returning to Thessalia, seeing Kurob there, that I may suffer a similar fate. When Papas calls upon us on his pitiless missions, I quiver as to think of what I shall become. Zeus does not look kindly upon us. Better to become a signet than to have one semi-precious life taken. How it all makes me lightheaded. Papas keeps dragging me into this. Helios drives so close, we will eventually crash. It's all so terrifyingly sidelong, even Papa is holding the reins too tightly. Did you hear they called us horses? Steeds? Unremarkable? They'll have to pay for that. We'll make them soil their trousers from the horror. And now we'll have to prepare for the arrival of more like them, some visionaries, mortals, some pawns that we'll have to show some compassion towards. Little siblings that we should try not to throw into the fray. Mortals frighten me. I literally cannot. What if they accidentally disturb Pa while they're, mining for pigments, digging for modeling clay, or starting an Anthropocene over here? I'm not sure I want to get on Pater's bad side. Pants, you love it. You love being afraid. Not so. Yes, it is. No. Oh, we're going to crash. We're going to crash. Yeah, eventually, yes. I can't imagine what it will feel like. Exquisitely wounding. Why do you act like this is something new, run-of-the-mill violence, just like all the cuisine of Pater? But those expeditions never resulted in any harm to us. As a family. Papa, you, me, Harmonia. I must say, I'd trade a sister for that Discordia. Absolutely dangerous. Even without the Muggles soon arriving, we have already begun our own Anthropocene. Whether it's in tens of thousands or tens of millions, the end approaches. You'll be late, and I'll have to suffer it alone. Pater will turn his back on us. We'll be of no use to him. He won't fend for us. We're doomed. Yes, in thousands of millennia. Have you anything better to think? It's not the thoughts that I welcome. It's the nightmares. I see Gaia dressed in the trust of turquoise and the quietude of white. It was Oceanus that had real purpose. An eldest son that possessed piety and eternally made themselves of service. But in my dreams, I see Gaia turn her back to Helios, surrounded by the embrace of her most loved son, only to face Helios again, Oceanus gone, as the heat from Helios evaporated him, Gaia dissolving into desiccation. Her son protected her from burning up. They'll arrive in droves, all those visionaries, with their useless degrees. Gaia produced worker bees without any hive, any queen. Does what they say or do make any difference here or there? The end approaches. 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 Wake up. Port of exit. Bossy. These migrants that here from Bangladesh like they're mice, vermin. How dare they call themselves Phobosians? Who are you? I'm going to cover a superior galaxy. Holy master of Earthshaker. They haven't arrived yet. They're allowed to still take over. Like those ticks that suck in your blood. Can't you feel them on your back? Ah! What a terrible nightmare. What was it about? That those highbrow parasitic migrants landed on my back. They started sponging my vitality. They thought themselves better and yet claimed to be in some kind of danger. They wanted a red carpet day. They wanted libations. That's a bit similar to Gaia's orphans. I've got complex post-traumatic stress disorder. These microscopic humanoids terrify me. It all started when Papa took us out with him for the first time. I suppose. We're not the most empathetic of families. Couldn't we learn to be more welcoming, more accommodating, at least listen to what our asylum seekers have to say? About their culture, about their planet of liberty? Quite true, but that's not our style. They could share heritage with the marauders, and they were true peacekeepers. Pater's sluggards. Well, that doesn't seem to be the right kind of language. They should be our guests. But no libations. Out of control hominids send me into hyperventilation. Well, you should get a grip. Pa never cultivated getting and gripping with us. We do our job well. Kings of pusillanimity and trepidation. Princes, shh. Princes of pusillanimity and trepidation. Careful, Pa. You and your authority anxiety. You see, this is why they call us undistinguished. This is why we are relegated to the menial task of event planning for the reception of the Gaia artists. Well, that might be a first for us anyway, not trotting ahead of Pater, like some draft animals. Steeds. Even Pater has been likened to an animal. The wolf. A ravenous and feral one, a perfect fit. And now we become the party planners. With libations. Welcome, our children of Gaia. Come tell us your stories.
Grace us with your gifts. Have no fear or panic as to flee. Our great mother Aphrodite awaits to shower you with her matronly love. Let the blush of our father and our beloved mother motivate passion in your hearts.